If you're new to exercise, you've just rehabbed from an injury and want to get back to training, or you focus mostly on mobility drills and want to kick it up a notch, you have to watch this video. Most of the clients I work with fit into one of these categories, and they often make common mistakes when getting into the weight room. I want to go over what those 5 mistakes are and what to do instead so you don't make them and you get the most out of training at the gym. The first mistake is moving way too fast. When you're working out, you're trying to strengthen your muscles and improve your motion. When you move fast, this doesn't happen. And the reason why is because of the stretch shortening cycle. We basically have 2 ways of producing force: muscular effort and then connective tissue effort. Muscles work more when you use slower speeds. When you move fast, the connective tissues create an elastic recoil effect that allows you to move that much faster. This is a useful strategy if my goal is maximal force production and power. But if you're new to the gym, this isn't an adaptation that you have to drive right away. And that's because you're new. You're trying to learn the fundamentals of movements. And when you move faster, there's more room for error. So you're not gonna load your body as well as you could, and you're not gonna learn many of the common movements needed at the gym. So the solution is to be more like Usher. Take it nice and slow. If you start slow, you're going to learn the movements better. You're gonna load the areas that you want to load, and you'll have a way bigger ceiling when you do try faster exercises. Mistake number 2 is starting with the most advanced exercise variations. If your exercise routine consists of back squats, deadlifts from the floor, heavy bench press, and power cleans, you're likely skipping way too many steps. These gym movements are quite technical if you want to load the areas you want to load, and they require a large amount of motion. Motion that if you're a newbie, you probably don't have, or if you do, you can't demonstrate it under load. It's kind of like taking guitar lessons, but then starting with Stairway to Heaven. The nice thing about music is you get negative feedback when you don't play a song well. Unfortunately, we don't have that same thing when it comes to training. Bask in the newbie gains, my friend. Start with the basic exercise variations that help you master the fundamentals, get access to the positions you're trying to drive more easily, and get more fitness gains with a lower risk. Because if you're gonna get a similar adaptation either way, why not start with the easier variation first, so then it allows you to actually get more out of the advanced exercises once you've built up the skill. Think of the weight room as learning a new skill, not as just moving a bunch of weights. The third thing is only doing low-level rehab exercises. If you're on this channel, you're deep in the biomechanics. You're trying to improve your mobility, your posture, so you can move and feel better. But that's only one piece of health and performance. Performing resistance training and increasing your fitness and force production has a ton of health benefits. It also allows you to better keep the motion you've gained from the lower level exercises. But if you're that person who thinks, ooh, I can't strength train until I have 40 degrees of hip internal rotation, you're gonna struggle when you do have to do something that is beyond your physical capabilities. You don't need perfect motion. You need enough motion, enough to do the things that you want to do. The fourth mistake is never doing the stack. Now, the stack is not this posture that we hold with every exercise, but it's a series of movement steps needed to maximize your range of motion. If you're just beginning, chances are your mobility is limited. So your movement menu is also going to be limited. We want to encourage movement strategies that allow you to maximize your motion. The stack helps create mobility throughout the thorax and the lumbopelvic region. And it helps you load the areas you actually want to load. If you're squatting and you only feel your back and your hip flexors, you got problems. The stack can help solve those problems. The keys with the stack is making sure your eyes are looking out to the horizon as much as possible. You're keeping even ground pressure through wherever you're supporting your body. You're quietly inhaling through the nose, especially during the lowering or eccentric phases. And then during the raising or concentric or shortening phases, you're exhaling. And the fifth and most important mistake is being inconsistent. Weight training is a skill. If you only practice that skill once a month, you're never going to achieve mastery. and you're never gonna achieve your fitness goals. Being consistent, even if it's not perfect, is the key to driving any adaptation you want, whether it's fat loss, muscle growth, moving better, or being able to play with your kids throughout your lifespan. And it doesn't take much. Most people can achieve muscle growth by lifting 2 days a week. And you can even preserve muscle mass simply lifting once a week. And if you really want to acquire the movement skills in the weight room fast, repeat the same exercise program. I get it, it's gonna be boring in the beginning, but if you choose exercises that help you master the fundamentals of the weight room, you're going to have a much larger movement menu to choose from, which will help keep training enjoyable and help you hit your fitness goals faster than ever before. Now, if you're getting to the gym and you're finding that your mobility is sorely lacking and it's preventing you from doing the moves you want to do, then I would check out this video right here because it gives you 5 exercises that hit a broad spectrum of movement limitations, and it should allow you to access more positions in the gym.